What's up, everybody? Welcome to a beautiful and blessed day to be alive yet again. Would anyone like to go live with me today? Send over your requests. My God, what a lovely day. What a gorgeous day. What's up, Iron Rod? What's up, Jodo? What's up, Otais? Yahya, what's up, brother? Funny Doctor, what's up? What's up, Victor? What's up, Carson the Yogi? There we go, there we go. Where's the food? Where's the food? There's the food. We're fasted right now. Haven't had water, so we're dry fasted. Haven't had water in about 18 hours. No food in about 26 hours. And I always love to do most of my work in a fasted state because I just love it. It works well. Let me request that. Let's see. Let's see. All right, Che. Today is a gorgeous day. Look at all them eights. What's up, Anton? 8888. It's my favorite number. 888. There we go. What's up? God, I can't read the screen. Crack now. How we doing today? What's up, Ben? What's up, Joski? Let's see. Trying to accept the live requests. Does it not want to work? There we go.
Hello.
What's up, Abdul? Am I saying your name correctly?
Yeah, it's Abdul, yeah.
Abdul, awesome. Where are you from, brother?
I'm from Senegal.
Where's that?
Senegal,
Okay.
Africa. West Africa.
Oh, sweet. How you like living over there?
Yeah. Now I'm in Morocco. I'm studying right now, but I miss Senegal.
Okay. Yeah, one thing I want to do, man, is travel to Africa. I just think it's a beautiful fucking place. One place I'm definitely going to go to. I love it.
Yeah.
And so,
You
brother,
must
what can I...
start.
Go ahead.
You must start with Senegal. Very beautiful country.
What's that?
You must start with Senegal.
Okay. How do you spell that? Can you spell it for me?
S-E-N.
S-E-N?
E.
E. G.
G. A-L.
Senegal. Okay. Senegal, Africa.
Yeah.
I got that in my notes.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so...
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Like, I need an advice. Like, how did you start creating content? Like, were you shy? Like, your neighbors watching your videos, your community, and were you shy? But back at the day.
Yeah, so when I first started making content, I was still living with my mother in her apartment. I think I was around 17, 18 when I first started making videos. And I gave myself a rule. This is the golden rule. Anybody who comes to me who wants to create content or build a personal brand or a business, I love helping people with that. The first rule, golden rule. Every single day, you will get on camera and make a video. Every day, so you get on camera and you speak. It doesn't mean you have to upload it, but you get into the habit of getting on camera consistently. So every single day, just get into the habit of kind of get yourself into a flow state, turn on your camera and start speaking about something. And if you can look at the video like, man, I don't want to upload it, you don't have to. But do that every single day. Build confidence being on camera. So that's where I started. Another thing too, though, I started off with showing people what I did. So before I started making posts about me talking like you see today, I would just show people what I did. So I would make stories. I would every day, I would post my workouts on my story, or even in the main feed. You look at my first post, if you scroll way the fuck down, you'll see some of my main posts were just workout clips with some music over it, and then I put some advice in text on top of that. So I wasn't speaking, but I was simply filming the stuff that I did. So I would film my workouts, I'd film my food. I would get into the habit of not only speaking on camera, but I would film the stuff that I do. So anything that you do, that you love to do, that you're passionate about, that you're good at, film it. And so you start to build up footage. And starting off, when I started putting out content, I was I was living with my parents. I started making daily content. I started living a very disciplined lifestyle. I started putting out my videos every day on YouTube, YouTube Shorts, Instagram at first, and later on I started joining on TikTok too. But when I first started, they were mainly just videos kind of like this, where I'd be just chilling in my car or I'd be chilling in my room or something, and I would talk calmly about some shit,
Yeah.
right? I'd be more calm, I was more grounded, I was more centered, that kind of energy. And then as I was doing that for a period of time, I had to move out, live in my car with like 40 bucks to my name, so I became flat broke, homeless in the Michigan winter, so freezing cold, and I was living in my car, and I drove my car. I could go to the gym and stuff for a couple of months. I drove my car until it
Mm-hmm.
ran out of gas and I couldn't drive anymore. So I had to get my car towed to my sleeping spot. I was so broke I couldn't put gas in my car. I couldn't even buy my own food. And so from that point, and also after 3 months of that, literally the day that my car ran out of gas, my only phone got water damage. So I couldn't even make videos anymore. That's what I was doing. So for 3 or 4 months, I was at rock bottom, had nothing. I was stealing my food from Meijer to eat every day, working out inside the grocery store, like in a cafe area, because it was too cold to be outside. I couldn't be in my car. I couldn't even turn it on. That's how fucking broke I was. And there was a little
Wow.
break in making content because I had nothing to film. I was literally just left with myself, my routine, constant prayer, fasting, eating the bare minimum food to survive, and just journaling, just constant self-reflection. So much time to be alone. And during those 3 or 4 months, after that time, I got a little bit of money, and I managed to use that money to get the cheapest phone. This phone right here, it doesn't work anymore. It's the Samsung Galaxy A03s. Costs like 40 bucks from Walmart. I got this phone, and then from there, I started making daily videos again. And those videos are the kinds of videos that you see from me today. So like out in the parking lot, I lean my phone up against like a peanut butter jar and start yelling about discipline because I simply lived this routine, this lifestyle with nothing to document. I couldn't document. I couldn't talk to anybody. I had nobody, no friends, no family, no nothing. I was just working out, fasting, praying. That's all I could do every day. So much time to myself that when I came back, I was different. Being at rock bottom really
Yeah.
changes you. And so going from there, I just started making daily videos. I have not missed a day since, every single day, making content. I never failed to get on camera and speak every day. And so when I was first starting out, though, you make a lot of things that you might not like, but the main thing I want to tell you, bro, if you want to start making content, build a personal brand. Two main rules. Film the things that you do. So before you start talking,
Mm-hmm.
you want to have kind of like you build rapport with people by simply showing them what you do. So if you work out, film your workouts. You make great food, film your food. You work on cars, whatever it is that you do, film it. Show people it. Show people your passions. Start gathering that footage, and you can upload it either on your stories or you can upload it on a platform or simply put it as a main post and kind of like put text on top of the screen, like advice or tips. And then the other thing, get on camera and speak every day. Just get on camera and speak. It doesn't mean you have to upload it, but get into that camera. Every single day, I will get on camera and speak. Whether I decide to upload it or not, doesn't matter. Film yourself every single day. Build that confidence and get used to seeing and hearing yourself on camera. And then as you build that confidence, your brand will start taking off as you're consistently putting yourself out there as your authentic self.
So yes, you need to build confidence.
What's that?
You need to build what you said. What I learned from that is you need to build confidence. You need to build that.
Yes.
And how to say uh, you need to make the step, and that's what is difficult. The first step is very difficult. Like you can film, but the day you post it, you will think about the people, about who watch it, and etc. And
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Yes. And that's something that you have to
That's
deal with. It's something you have to be okay with because that's the only way you're going to start. You have to be willing to put yourself out there because when you first start making content, I started making daily videos on Instagram with like 150 followers. I had like 150 followers when I first started. This was like 2 years ago. Okay. I started making daily videos And you know what's even funny too? Oftentimes, when you really start putting yourself out there consistently and you start really expressing yourself, you'll even lose followers at first. Because people who thought they knew the old you, they thought they knew who you were, when they start seeing you consistently, what, I'm tired of seeing you in my feed, and so they'll unfollow you, or you'll stop getting support on your stuff. When you
Uh,
stop being all mysterious and hiding behind your phone and letting people think whatever about you, like when you actually put yourself out there, you will often lose support. That's what happened to me. I actually lost support. People stopped fucking with me. People stopped looking at my stuff or liking it or supporting it because they're like, what is this? Like, I'm not used to seeing it. No one's ever seen me do these kinds of things, speaking on camera with my shirt off outside. What the hell? The people who knew me are like, who the hell is this? Right? I just started doing that every day. You have to
yeah.
be okay with one thing that I say too. If you are not consistently creating, if you are not looking ahead to the next thing and being in that flow of creation, you will always look back at the old and try to derive a sense of validation from who supported that old thing you did. Once you make a
Mm,
video, one thing that I typically do that I was doing for so long, I'd make a video, wouldn't look at likes, wouldn't look at comments, don't give a fuck. I put out the video, that's it. On to the next thing. Do another workout. Continue to validate yourself with your actions and continue to create new things, because the times that you will try to look back at the past, you'll get all stuck on what people are thinking about you, are the times when you're not actively creating. You're not creating. You're not progressing. You're not doing new things. Then you'll start looking back at the past and think about things that you've already done. You have to continue to create and look forward by being in that state of expansion. And so you have to be okay with not getting any support. You have to learn to validate yourself. That is the ultimate key. Learning to validate yourself. When you validate yourself, you detach from the external world. When you put out a video, don't look at who liked it. Don't look at who commented. This is my rule. Until you have something new to post, until you have made a new piece of content, do not bother looking at the likes or comments on your old shit. Don't even look. Until you have something new to post, this is what I did for so long, and I still do it. I don't even look at my comments until I'm putting out a new video. And then when that new video just went up, then I'll go back on my old post and just look at, see if anyone's saying positive things. I always love to show support and love back to people who are supportive and positive. You guys are so fucking appreciated. I love to do that. But until I have something new to share, I don't worry about the old shit. I don't worry about who validated my shit, how many likes I got, how many followers I'm getting. I don't care. Because all that truly fulfills me is what I did today. How I made myself proud today. What I created and what I did to serve a greater good today. The validation, the money, it doesn't do anything for me. I've been so many highs and lows. I've been flat broke, rock bottom. I've had more money coming in than I know what to do with. It doesn't matter. The only thing that really fulfills me is serving, is creating, is expressing myself. That's all that matters. And so when you first start, you just have to accept that there will be people who will feel like some type of way about it. You probably won't get any support. And that's the thing. Are you thick-headed enough to do that day after day after day after day after day after day in a row? It took me months and months and months and months and months and months and months of showing up every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, until one day. This was in the summer about 2.5 years ago. I was homeless, flat broke, had nothing. I made a video. It was called When Being Weak Was No Longer an Option. And I shared a brief personal story from my second time being locked up when I was 16. I shared that. I put it up on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Put it out, just another video. Didn't think anything of it. That one on TikTok overnight, that one got a whole bunch of views overnight. So all the videos I've been putting out that whole time, all these months and months and months, day after day after day in a row, nothing, no traction, no growth, no nothing. One day, after months of doing that every single day, to the point where I didn't even give a fuck anymore if people liked it or not, I would simply put out the video, didn't give a fuck what the external world thought about it. None whatsoever. I wouldn't look at likes, comments, anything. I was so detached from the external world. Just workout, fasted, pushing it, every single day, just living an extremely disciplined, militant routine like I still do. That, I learned to get validation from that and not from the outside world. And once I was doing that consistently, then it's like God will allow your shit to blow up. Then the universe, the
yeah.
source, it'll allow your shit to blow up when you don't give a fuck anymore. When you simply don't care. The way you validate yourself with your actions today means more to you than whether or not somebody supported your shit. When that truly means more to you than anything external, that's when the source, God, whatever you want to call it, it'll allow your shit to blow up. It'll put your shit out there. And so it blew up on TikTok overnight. And then the thing is, when you're putting out content day after day after day, when one of those videos, when you finally make a video and it blows up, you share it, a whole bunch of people watch it, they see that video, they're like, damn, they click on your profile, they see, holy fuck, this dude's been putting out videos all these days, all these months, look at all this content I can go back and watch. And then they follow you because they see you're consistent. They see you do this shit for a fucking living. You live this shit that you preach. And then they know you're going to keep on providing them with new value, and so they follow you. And then people, like, literally just from TikTok alone, then they visit your Instagram. Instagram started blowing up. They visited my YouTube. YouTube started blowing up. And so, dude, consistency. Learning to validate yourself more with your actions today. What you create, what you put out, the work you put in over what anyone fucking thought about anything you did. You have to deal with the hate comments. When I was first starting, I was getting like 2 likes and a hate comment. 3 likes, no comments. 4 likes and a hate comment. That's literally all I was getting. You know, like literally day after day. I didn't give a fuck though. It got to the point where I was so stretched thin. I was getting no clients. I was making no money. I was so broke. I was so strung out every day. Fasted as fuck. So fucking hungry. Constantly eating the bare minimum food to survive. Tracking all my calories and macros. Just enough food to survive. Lightheaded all the time. And living drenched in sweat in my car, bro. Like, trying to sleep. There were ants made a nest in the hood of my car. They crawl on me. Imagine sleeping in your car, dripping in fucking humidity and heat in the Michigan summer, and then ants. You're sitting there all soaked in your own sweat trying to sleep. You feel little tickles on your neck. Fucking ants are crawling on you and shit. That's what I lived in for months. And in that state, I was going through so much pain and suffering that it didn't matter what anyone thought anymore. It's like, I just was proud of my fucking self. The fact that I've never missed a day. I've never folded from my routine. I've never missed a morning workout. I've never missed any of this shit. I've never missed a single day. That meant more to me. That made me so fucking proud of myself. It didn't matter what the world thought. And that's when I blew up. When I really was truly detached. And I was showing up day after day after day. But just understand, brother, that when you first start putting yourself out there, you are going to naturally care. To some degree, you're always going to somewhat care. You have to be okay with that. You have to resist that part of yourself that wants to care so much, that you're looking constantly, that you're getting in your head about it. The less you can check, the less... I tell people the same thing. Like, if you're trying to get over an ex, you don't go back and look at their social media or look at the old pictures, the old messages. What the fuck are you doing? You're still feeling it in your mind. You don't give it any more attention than is necessary. Staying on creation, focusing on what's next. What can I create next? What can I do next? What positive actions can I take next? What can I film next? And just staying in that forward momentum, that is what allows you to keep on just planting seeds. Every day you make a video, you just plant another seed, bam, 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 bam. You're leaving a little breadcrumb trail of content. And the more you can detach from the external world, the more likely you are to gain a following. Because it's that certain energy, like, when you really don't give a fuck what people think, it has a certain kind of energy. People feel it. It's magnetic. And one more tip for you, bro. If you have ever been through any real pain, any real suffering, I don't care if it's an addiction, you used to be hella out of shape, but then you got in shape, you got over an intense breakup, you went through child abuse when you were a kid, whatever it was, when you share your personal story, you make people feel something. That video that blew up, it was a personal story. It wasn't just me talking about motivation and discipline. It was me sharing a hard personal story that I went through. And the same thing when clients come to me, almost every single person who comes to me for coaching, they didn't come to me just because of my content where I'm talking about discipline and motivation. It was because they heard some piece of my story. They felt it. When you tell your story, you make people feel something. They feel like they can step into your shoes. They can connect with you. They realize you're a human just like them. And that's what people will really fuck with you for when they get to know you. Not just you talking about your passions. Oh, you're good at this. But when they really get to know you, because you share your story, they feel like they can connect with you. They feel like they resonate with you on a deeper level. And that is oftentimes, that's going to be the content that really blows up. That's going to be the content that has people come to you for coaching. If you start offering your services, when you're putting yourself out there, you're starting to build a brand. That's what makes people come to you, is the story, you sharing your story, feeling like they can connect with you. So anything, that's why I always say, the more painful your life is, the more shit you've been through, the better of a story that you have to share with others. It's a gift. The best stories will come after the greatest pain. It's all for a reason. Every story I've told about things that I've gone through, the most painful things, they've created the most growth in my business and just in my content, in my personal branding, growing a following, telling my own story, the things that I've been through. So that's one big tip too. If you don't know where to start with content, think of a story that you have, something that you've been through that's legit, some real shit. Just get a journal. This is how I started my first videos. I would just simply get a journal and write in my journal the points that, okay, the story time, leaving the toxic relationship, or being celibate for 4 years, or this or that, or being locked up for the first time. And I would write down just the points. Okay, so one like this and this, just jot down little points in a journal. And then you get into a flow state. You kind of feel good one day. You set up your camera. You look good. You feel good. You have your points in front of you, so you make sure you don't forget any parts of your story that you want to cover. You turn on the camera and you speak. And so if you can look down at your journal, just like, okay, this part, oh yeah, and you start talking about that. When you finish that part, okay, and this was next, and you start talking about that. You have your little journal so you don't forget any part of your story. You don't skip anything by accident. You kind of plan it out in advance, get it down on paper, and then speak on it. And if you don't like it, it's okay. Film it again another time. And maybe that second take or even that third take, you're like, okay, I like that one. I'm going to post it. Post it. Then keep on creating. But we must start somewhere. And it's always going to start off rocky. You're not going to get a bunch of support at first. You may even lose support at first, but you have to be okay with that. You have to learn to internally validate yourself more than what anyone else fucking thinks about you. Because that's what truly counts, is how you perceive yourself, independent of the judgments of anyone else. You have to learn to be your own greatest supporter.
Yes, very good advice. I think that I'm gonna let you with another guy. Maybe someone has a question also. And I learned something else from what you said at the ending, is whatever comes from the heart will go to another heart. And that's a beautiful advice you said. So thank you, and I'm gonna let you with another guy.
Yes, dude. Absolute blessing to speak with you, brother. Thank you for being here and just being yourself and asking these questions, bro. I fucking appreciate you. And I plan to visit Senegal. Wrote that shit down. So when I go to Africa, Senegal, first stop, going to Senegal when I pull up in the private jet. Senegal. I'm going to ask for you.
Oh,
Like, yo, where's my man's at?
okay.